Hey YouTube, how you doing? My name is Jersey, and this is my very first YouTube video ever being posted. I'm starting a channel called Jersey's Garage. I am a mechanic. I've been a mechanic for over 24 years. I was a Harley-Davidson technician professionally for 14 years, worked in a bunch of dealerships, and I also worked in a bunch of aftermarket shops. But I got this feeling that I wanted to teach people, because I love teaching people about motorcycle technology, and that's exactly what my training in school was at York Technical Institute, was motorcycle technology. Now I studied metric and Harley-Davidson, but when I was working at Harley-Davidson, I fell in love with them and I wanted to work on Harley-Davidson. So my quest was to start searching for a job at Harley-Davidson, anywhere at any dealership. And I lived in New Jersey for 30 years. I worked at a bunch of dealerships in New Jersey, and was a mechanic, and I even did a little bit of sales so I could learn that too. And ended up in Myrtle Beach for a job here, and worked a bunch of bike weeks, and well, this is where I'm at. So I've got a bike here, a 97 Fat Boy that I've been on TikTok talking a little bit about and teaching some folks. And some of the followers on TikTok persuaded me to go on and start doing YouTube so I could actually teach a little bit more about the motorcycles and the specs. So my very first video, probably not that great at the editing, but we'll get better here. But right now in this video, we're going to be talking about, well, after I got it together, well, I suddenly had no oil pressure. And the problem is the breather gear in this motorcycle sheared some teeth. And of course it's plastic. And the good thing is it didn't tear up the engine, but it did cause some problems with the oil pump. And that's exactly what this video is kind of talking about and explaining. More videos will be coming where I'll actually be teaching more about procedures and specifications. But this is just kind of talking about from TikTok when I've posted about what I'm dealing with. This 1997 Harley-Davidson Fat Boy. She's 23 years old. She sat for 2 years after she was in Sturgis. So I hope you enjoy the video. And, well, I'm planning on posting more videos and getting better at editing. But I just wanted to introduce myself and hope you enjoy. What's up, everybody? Jersey here with the 97. Finally, we're back after having the flu. And we're going to talk to you about what I found out with this old girl here when I started it up. I started this bike up after I did the lifters and the rocker boxes and the carburetor and all kinds of fun stuff. And when you crank her over, the oil light goes out, but when you get it running, the oil light goes off, and then it starts flickering, and then guess what? She comes back on and stays on. That's a key sign. We got a problem right here in the oil pump. And we found out something from the owner later on after I told him what was going on. Hey, what's up, everybody? Jersey here. We're taking the nose cone off of this motorcycle to get to that cam and to get into that oil pump. So first what we're going to do is we're getting all these bolts off here, and then we're going to hold the cam with our hands and pull this cover off. And we're probably going to have to loosen up this exhaust so that we can get the cover out a little better. But we're going to try first without moving the exhaust because it looks like we have enough room. So here we go. Let's get going. We've already taken two out because we had to get a few of these screws out already. favorite tools right here. This is made by Easy Red. It has the bit for the end for the little Torx bits that you can put in there, and then it has a 1/4 inch ratcheting end. And these are great because if you get in a tight spot like this, you can get up in there and do your best to turn that, and you don't even touch the chrome. You don't have a big lunky wrench in your way. The heads are movable. And we can get in here. All right. Okay, so after you've gently pried on the nose cone, some oil, in this case, is going to come out. It wasn't returning the oil back to the tank, so we had a lot of oil in the cam chest. So in this part of the video, we're going to be talking about what actually went on with the vehicle and why the oil pump failed. And I'm going to be explaining a little bit about what you're seeing in that cavity, which is called the cam chest. Breather teeth sheared. Which is no good. But we also see that the oil pump drive gear sheared its keyway. And so that's why we're seeing a problem. And so what we got to do is get a new breather gear. And then, of course, we've got to replace the keyways, which I have in stock. So we're going to do that and make sure we don't have a problem with the crankshaft end, where we're going to be causing a massive problem. All right, what seems to have happened here is that the breather gear, for some reason, it broke some teeth. Now, I'm going to be checking. I don't see any marring marks that are unusual on the cam or the crank. Or in the cover, either in the bushings. They seem to be all okay. It seems to be that obviously it was sitting in traffic, and it got hot, and then these get weak and they break. Good thing is, as soon as it got in there, it stopped the oil pump. We have good compression, so I don't see any damage as of right now. I'm probably going to stick a camera down the cylinders to see if there's any damage, but I don't see any heat damage in this area now. Now, the good thing about this is that they come off in big chunks, and it immediately sheared the keyway on the oil pump, and the plastic didn't get very far at all. In fact, it only made it to that port right there, which went right into the scavenging side of the pump, and automatically it stopped. So I've got part of the pump apart already, and I'm investigating whether any plastic got in anywhere else. Most likely, if it did, it chewed it up, and it's in the oil filter over there, which is right there, which that'll get changed, of course, and we're probably going to go into that oil filter housing and clean that all out. But I don't see anything in the tank, so I don't think it made it anywhere else through the motor, and there's no heat damage that I'm seeing as of right now. Basically what it is this motorcycle is 23 years old. It's 1997, and Harley-Davidson had changed their breather gears to plastic. Well, after plastic has been inside an engine for a while, okay, and it goes through its normal paces and operations and heat cycles and sitting in traffic and everything else, that plastic starts to become brittle, and it just takes just that one time that you're riding your motorcycle and those teeth shear off. And it got down in there, and it got in between the big chunks of teeth, plastic teeth, got in there between this pump drive gear. And the one thing that Harley Davidson did was make it so that it would shear those teeth so that it didn't damage anything with the engine and as far as the rest of the drivetrain. And so this is where you see this problem. We'll have a video where I'm taking the oil pump out, and we'll discuss a little bit about that and how that works. But for a first video of explaining this motorcycle, I've got plenty more videos that will be coming. I've got more work coming in the shop, and I'll make sure that I document everything for you guys so you can learn a little bit about, well, Harley Davidson's 117 years old and their technology. This is 23 years of technology from Harley Davidson, and we'll continue on showing you how to do stuff, and we'll talk about some specs in other videos.